Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sun IE. I'm your host, EXO. I want to thank you for tuning in with me today. On this episode, I'll be discussing the quote of the day, what I learned this week, time versus money, and I'll elaborate on that deeper in the show, the Spanish word of the day, and next show coming up. I appreciate y'all tuning in, listening, providing feedback. This week, I'm asking for feedback, not necessarily feedback, but answers versus the time versus money. What do you value more? And I know we all got what our quotes, or not necessarily quotes, but what we want to say. So let me know what y'all think, what's more valuable in your opinion and why. Appreciate y'all. Quote of the day: trust the process, embrace the losses. Meaning, we're all on a journey in life, and sometimes we question like the process of where we're going because we're not getting there fast enough. But sometimes you have to embrace the losses, because the losses are eventually become lessons, and they help you on your process in your journey to get to where you want to be. But you just have to really just trust where you're going and just be faithful and be guided and level-headed, and not thinking, why me, when certain things don't go your way or happen to you, or you encounter a setback or embrace a loss of anything of that nature. You really got to just embrace it and see, what am I learning from this? What can I learn from this so it can help me down the line in the future? So trust the process and embrace the losses. I've had my times where I've questioned the process, because sometimes I get impatient, but I've learned over time that patience is key in anything you want to do. So stay tuned. What I learned this week. I learned a lot. One of the things I learned is sometimes you have to accept things for what they are and just move on. You can't really just sit there and like dwell on why shit didn't work out. You just have to accept it for what it is, learn from it, and just move on. You can't really just be like, damn, why did this shit happen? Or why did I get this? Or why did that happen? It's like, fuck it. It didn't happen, move on. I know there's something bigger, brighter, better blessings on the way. I just got to keep moving forward and keep staying focused. So you're losing time dwelling. So that's what I learned, because I usually do that a lot, where I won't accept something for what it is and dwell on it, and it'll hold me back from progressing and evolving and become the person I'm meant to be. So that's what I learned. I'm still learning that. It's crazy. But it's just life. I appreciate everybody tuning in, listening to the quote of the day, what I learned this week. If you have any feedback, or even want to answer the question of what you learned this week, or your feedback on the quote of the day, anything of that nature, even the show, just add me at Saunaie, SAUNAIE, on any social media platform with your questions or feedback, and I'll read them aloud on the next show or any show, whenever you provide feedback. So I appreciate y'all tuning in and listening, and any feedback is greatly appreciated. Thank you. We'll keep on rocking. Time versus money. Both are valuable in my life right now, but which holds more value? I want to say, as I was growing up, I would have said money. Simply because growing up, I didn't grow up with I grew up blessed, no complaints. But money wasn't an issue, but it was an issue, if that makes sense. But now I've learned over time that time is more valuable than money, simply because if you don't have the time, how you gonna spend the money? But also, dealing with life and experiences and moments, those moments in life are priceless compared to trying to have money or trying to be rich. Because even some rich people are unhappy, even though they got all the money in the world. So, time, I would prefer having more time, just because the life moments that you can cherish and see and development unfolding in front of you. So I would prefer more time. Time is way more valuable in my opinion, as I've been saying. But money, no, I'm trying to attain money. I'm trying to attain billions also. But imagine having an unlimited amount of time in this world. Then you don't know what you would do with it. But that would be a lot of value to you. Because if you had a limited time, now you're like, money's more valuable, or not necessarily money's more valuable, but you ain't going nowhere, so you won't cherish time as much if you had a limited time, if that makes sense. But I'm learning, like I said, time is more valuable. And I learned that every time I'm with my family, with my friends, because I cherish those moments being with them, because you just never know at the end of the day. But I'm truly grateful and blessed, and I appreciate them. Because every time I'm with them, I'm always learning from them, and I always cherish those moments and appreciate those moments, because that's family, and it's just that feeling you never is I don't know. Feel when you're with your friends, your family. It's just a good feeling. Feeling that you see everybody happy, smiling, in good spirits. It's valuable. But as far as money, I know I want to be financially free. That's attainable, and that's what I'm going to attain. But I still hold time above money. Some people may think different. If you think different, like I said, you can at me at Sanai on any social media platform and give me your explanation on what you value more, time or money, or if you think money is more valuable to you. I wonder why, but like I said, this is just my opinion. I think time is more valuable. Because money, you can always get money. You'll always be ways to get money. You'll always be able to get $1. Time, you losing, and time goes by quick. You look up and you like, damn, where'd the time go? So that's why I go back to the quote, trust the process and embrace the losses. Because you have to trust where you're going. You can't really dwell on losses, or you just, like I said, you have to embrace them. They turn into lessons, because time will go by you dwelling or thinking dang, what do I do from here? Nah, just got to keep moving forward, keep going. Imagine being able to control time, be able to go back in time, go back in your life, control the time of your life. as well you control now, but as far as going back, maybe starting from the beginning or starting from elementary school or high school to where you have the same knowledge now, but you can apply it to whatever time you travel back to, but you just have to really stay within that time frame and move cordial through that time frame to get where you're trying to attain instead of coming back to the age you're at now. Would you go back? Or would you use that knowledge and apply it to your life now while you still can control time, the time ahead of you, in front of you? Would you apply that knowledge to attain where you're trying to reach and trying to get? I have been thinking, if I wouldn't go back. Elementary school, high school. Go back to the years with the knowledge I have now. I think most people are like, yeah, I will go back. Because before all this technology happened, if you have this knowledge that all this technology was developing and coming up, you'll have your head ahead of the foot race, the rat race. So, what is just something that just crossed my mind right now? Controlling your own time, your past time, only your past time, not traveling back in time to 1950s. Nah, traveling back within your time frame from when you was born to up to this stage point. But that just crossed my mind. Little stuff like that I'll be thinking about. But as far as time versus money, I think that's an ongoing subject, topics that's everlasting. And I do want to hear y'all input on that, because I think the world wants to hear everyone's input on what everybody thinks. So, like I said, add me. Even if you want to be featured on the show, I have no problem interviewing you. I will come up with some questions like I always do. And you'll be like, dang, well, I'm really getting into your brain. So if you be like, yeah, I want to be on the show, okay. Well, I'm really getting your brain and talk to you and get to know you. But time versus money. Me personally, limited time. Would you want a limited time at the age you're at now? So let's say, me personally, I'm 27. I would want to be 27 forever. I think I would. But then again, you see the movies of where people, or movies, TV shows, people stuck at that certain age forever, they get tired of it. Maybe I'm saying that now. But I think I would, though. They'd be like, oh, you can be 27 forever? All right, cool. We grinding at 27 forever. I think that's a real good modest age. As far as money, though, that's always attainable. Spanish word of the day, el pasaporte, which means the passport. That's a new segment I'm going to incorporate on every episode. I'm going to just drop a Spanish word of the day, maybe even a French word of the day, just a foreign language word of the day, simply because so we can all learn. Right now, I'm learning Spanish gradually as the days progress, so I just want to hit y'all with a word, or maybe even hit you with a Spanish phrase, and then I'll let you know what it means. Appreciate everybody tuning in, listening. We near the tail end of our show. Time versus money is still, like I said, it's just an ongoing topic that we always talk about, because time is like our most precious possession. So you trade time for anything in life at the end of the day that you want to do. Like, especially when it comes to like a 9 to 5, you got to trade your time for money, because right now you don't know where you want to dedicate your time to, or even if you do know where you're dedicating your time to and you ain't working in the 9 to 5. But either way, time is our most valuable possession that we own. So it's like, and that's how we make money, is with time. Next show, we're going to talk about purpose. What's your purpose? Have you found your purpose yet? Do you know what your purpose is? And if you think you found your purpose, are you sure it's your purpose? Not little stuff like that, but that's a big thing. I feel like everybody has a purpose on this planet. Some people are still searching for their purpose. Some people think they found their purpose, and some people found their purpose and know they found their purpose, and that's what gives them life and brings them joy. So we're going to talk about purpose and what your purpose is, or if you know what your purpose is, just different purposes in life, because there's a lot to life, more than what you think. So that'll be on the next show, talking about purpose. I'm going to have a special guest come by, talk to him or her, interview them about certain aspects, where they've been, what they're doing, how's everything, just get into their brain, racking their brain with some questions. Trying to think. It's supposed to be a good show. Good show's coming up. It's been a long time coming, people. I appreciate y'all tuning in for this time versus money. I'm especially talk to my guests about the time versus money things, see what they think about that. And next show, I'll for sure have the feedback and the questions and all that from you guys. Appreciate y'all tuning in. You can share the podcast with your friends if you like it. Even just share it. If you don't like it, always I'll take constructive criticism and whatnot. Appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, feeding back, giving me ideas on the show, all that. I appreciate it all. So, like I said, if you want to be tuned in or even be on the show, I got you. I'll put you on. I ain't got no problem with it. Just always be open and be ready to answer any question. No holding back, but stay tuned. We got more coming, more shows coming.